still the meet record holder, and Colin Solomon of Northern Arizona with the best time in the country this year. There are the lane assignments. Basically cutting the field in half. 16 qualified to be here in Fayetteville. They're cutting this field to 8 for tomorrow.
You mentioned Colin Solomon. He is not in this field because he's opting to run the distance medley relay and the 3,000 meters. So coming in, Handel Robon appears to be the clear favorite among those who qualified. He has 2 of his Nittany Lions teammates with him as well.
And Rivaldo Marshall there, you can see with the headband out into lane 2, staying out of trouble, but making his way up to the top 4 on the second lap.
Rivaldo Marshall has won an NCAA title in this event. He's actually second to the back right now as he's kind of navigating his way through some traffic, but won an NCAA indoor title at 800 meters previously when he was at Iowa. He and his teammate Tyrese Taylor, who is also in this heat, highly motivated coming off the SEC championships just a couple of weeks ago, certainly with major team implications on the line, also just wanting to get back on top of that NCAA championship podium.
51.3 for the first 400 meters. That is Taylor in third spot for Arkansas. Marshall kind of languishing in the back, well out of automatic qualifying spot.
How about Penn State with 3 athletes in this heat? They qualified 4 overall. We'll get 1 in the second heat as well. So team tactics up front with Robon making a move into the lead.
Marshall did the same thing in qualifying at the SEC meet and barely qualified on time. Now he's making the best of it, getting into the top 3. 2 Razorbacks in the top 3. Marshall coming on strong at the end. It is still Handel Robon. It's pretty much a dead heat at the end, but it doesn't matter. They both automatically qualify. So 2 Razorbacks through automatically, but Marshall had to do expend a lot of energy in that last 200 or so meters in order to get himself into an automatic spot.
But got the job done in what is a critical event for Arkansas, advancing these 2 athletes on to the final. You can see they had completely independent race strategies, so Rivaldo Marshall really able to tap into great strength on the close. Tyrese Taylor looked fantastic over the final 200 meters. He has great 400 meter speed. You can see teammate Rivaldo Marshall getting pulled along, but Handel Robon just completely smooth, especially over the second part of that race, having his teammate up there as well. Razorback's going to represent Dwight in the finals.
Tyrese Taylor runs just about 0.05 of a second off his lifetime best in this heat to make it through and made it look easy. Robon through easily, as is Marshall. Ishii and Harding have to sit back and wait and see how the second heat goes. And in that second heat, we're looking at Maddie Erickson, the senior from Oregon and Canada. He might be running the DMR later. We'll have to see. He's the defending champion in this event.
And he demonstrated a monster close to win NCAA's last year, tapped into outstanding strength, a really, really good kick that he has. You mentioned it. We're going to have to see what Oregon does. They'll have some decisions to make for this distance medley relay. He is number 2 in Oregon history in this event. Tanoda Matsatsa from Georgetown in this heat as well. He put himself in the mix to contend at this championship last year and brings really good championship experience into this field. He finished 4th at the NCAA meet last year. Another athlete to keep your eyes on is Peter Narumbe from Texas A&M, the freshman who won the SEC Indoor Championship and has been unbeaten so far this season in that event.
So once again, the top 3 finishers across the line will be automatically qualified to tomorrow's final. The bubble is 1:47.23. If you finish 4th or 5th in this heat, you want to run faster than that.
Really seeing athletes struggle on the outside. We saw this in the previous heat too, with the way that that slant is, especially on the outside, how steep it is. You can see some of those athletes that have the outside lane draws having a little bit of trouble getting steady at the line.
On your marks.
The fourth Penn State entry is in that outside group of three. Alan Clay. And early on, that is Miguel Pantojas of Florida and Puerto Rico. He takes the lead.
Joseph Sakaris was very measured when he made that cut into the inside as he was trying to vie for position on the rail. Alan Clay doing a great job sitting there in third position for the Nittany Lions. Matty Erickson comfortable sitting in fourth. Probably has the best close of any of the athletes in this field, and he is a big part of Oregon's team title hopes.
Pantojas takes the group through in 52.8. A second and a half slower than heat number one. And that's a big move by Peter Narumbe of Texas A&M to take the lead on that backstretch. Matty Erickson in a bit of a problem where he is right now. Not much of a place to go to run unless Pantojas gives him the rail. Here's the bell with Narumbe in control in the front.
Narumbe was really smart to make that move when he did, and he did so with authority. He had a big surge right and then settled into the inside of the track to put himself in great position so he can get into full kick, eluding any trouble and have great security there up front.
Matty Erickson back in seventh. He's out of it. It's Narumbe, Sakaris of Penn, and in the outside, Matsatsa, but it was Narumbe, and boy, he got himself out of trouble at just the right time. Erickson was in a box that he sort of built for himself early on. It was Joseph Sakaris and Alan Clay of Penn State, so another Nittany Lion through into the final.
This is what Alan Clay did at the Big Tens as well. He ran purposely. This was the direction, kind of mid to back of the pack, and then really closed hard. His coach, Ryan Foster, said he has the ability to run and win in a number of different ways. Certainly tested a little bit, as you saw that strong close as well from Camden Marshall. But what an exceptional race from Peter Narumbe, the freshman from Texas A&M. Really has taken to the coaching and the leadership of Coach Paul Ehring at Texas A&M. Man, this indoor season, we still have yet to see him lose in 800. Will that time come tomorrow?
So there are your advancers to final. It took 147.23. 3 Penn State athletes in the final, but that Peter Narumbe move tells you a lot about how ready he is and will be for tomorrow's final. So when we return to Fayetteville, we will go back down onto the straightaway and we will put stuff in the way. The women's 60-meter hurdles heats are next.